was for last month.
I'm kind of nervous. Burger. Pistachios. It's so cool. So I can be the great pumpkin. This feels funny. Mandalorian. Vlogging. Drops of water on my shirt. Hi. Today I am getting ready because I have plans. I want to go to the library today because I'm living in Texas and supporting your library is really important, just generally speaking. The library near me has a online library card registry system. So I already have an online card. I just want to go in and get a physical card so that I can get physical media, which I think would be really cool. But at 2 o'clock today, I am going out to brunch with a girl that I've never met before. I downloaded, and don't laugh at me, I downloaded Bumble BFF because, like I said, I'm new to the area. I don't know anyone. My brother lives in, like, central Dallas. So, I don't know anyone that's, like, near where I'm at, which is, like, a little bit north of that. Like an hour north. So, I'm trying to, like, meet new people and make new friends. And I figured that it would be a good way to, like, kind of put myself out there. And also, like, I don't know, since I work from home, I kind of get, like, cabin feverish, where, like, I don't really feel like I interact with that many people on a day-to-day basis, even though I kind of am, right? Because, like, I do meetings and I do all of these other sorts of interactive activities, but the mass majority of my interactions in a day are online. And that, to some people, that can be really fulfilling. I know lots of people who made most of their friends in high school and in college as well online. I just am not one of those people. I have a really hard time feeling like I'm connecting to people online. I have a really hard time, like, getting out of my shell and not being, like, in my head whenever I'm meeting people online. Whereas when I'm meeting people in person, I can kind of just, like, be in the moment. I've matched with a couple of people on there. I've been getting pretty mixed levels of, like, conversationality, but I think it's just because I'm in my, like, very early 20s and 22, and, like, people are going back to school. Today is August 2nd, so all of the people who are, like, going back to college, like, now is the time that they're doing that. So they're either reactivating their accounts to meet with people that are on their college campus, which I am not, or they're like, waiting until school starts to start, like, meeting people on there, which I don't want to, like, burst their bubble or anything, because, like, I know how it feels to be trying to make friends that are, like, in college, and you want people that are, like, within your circles and kind of, like, have shared experiences to you, and, like, maybe even go to the same school that you do, so, like, you have shared professors. Like, it's a very specific experience. I don't want to, like, get in the way of that, but I am trying to find people to hang out with that maybe don't have children. So I'm feeling kind of positive. I'm meeting a girl. We're going out for brunch, but we're going for brunch at 2 o'clock. And I'm probably not going to vlog very much just because I don't want to, like, make her uncomfortable. But I will let you guys know how I think it goes afterwards. Let me take my bonnet off, actually, while I'm talking. Brace yourselves. Goodness gracious. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I went on a date last night with Jonathan. He took me out. It was a very wonderful night. I'm so grateful to have, like, such a genuine man in my life who's, like, willing to like, kind of just, like, make, can you hear that? And my roommate's taking a shower. Okay. I'm very grateful to have a man in my life like him that's just willing to, like, take that initiative and just kind of be like, you've been in the house a lot. Let's go out. Let's go and, like, do something. Like, let's go do something fun. So last night we went out to a wine bar. We went out to a wine bar that was, like, it's like 10 minutes away from the house. It was gorgeous. If I have any clips of it, I'll have to put them in here. There was a live performer who was he's from the same place that I'm from, which I thought was really fun. Um, but yeah, no, like it was such a good time. The food was delicious. The service was mid. I will be honest about that. It was strange. But I think it was just because it was a Friday night, and so this is probably the most like traffic that they've had in the building all week. And also, like, the high schoolers that they had working, like, are going back to school right now. There's so many, like, cool places to go. And he brought me to a cool place to go. And I'm very grateful for that. It was such a fun night. Ooh, I need to wash my hair so bad. I haven't vlogged in a minute because I've been, vlogging me reading the Witches of East End series, and I just finished the first book. It was about what I was expecting. I'm gonna be honest. It wasn't good at all, but it was entertaining. It kept my attention up until the last 10%, which I'll get into in that vlog. Because Lord have mercy, like it was just was not giving. I'm gonna be honest. But I want to see what books they have available at this library because I went to the library book sale before I left, and so I have a handful of books that I can either read or I can donate. And I would like to see like what their selection is like at this new place, just because I haven't been there yet. And it's like right up the street too. Like there isn't a reason why I haven't been aside from like I just haven't made the time to go. But no. My hair is done. I'm gonna go put on my jewelry and we're gonna head out.
So our water was for last night?
I can look at it. I feel like maybe if we just tell them enough in advance.
Two.
Okay, so I got back from the library. While I was there, I tried to get a new library card for that library, and apparently they don't do physical cards. So I downloaded their app and I did their like sign up thing, proof of residency, and I have my card now online. It's a little barcode. But I have it. So, yeah, no, I thought it was really funny because I didn't get this on camera because I didn't film this part, but the lady that I was having, do the card, she was like, it's been so long since I've registered someone new for a library card. And I was like, that's a shame because coming into the library is awesome. I really love it. But no, the library is weird because this is my first time like going to a library in Texas, and I'm not fully convinced that anyone in there is actually employed. I was looking on their volunteer page because I saw that they had a sign up for people volunteering to stack books and like pull holds and that kind of thing. And I thought that would be awesome. Like that would be a great use of my free time personally. But for whatever reason, there were just most of the people in there were doing the jobs that were listed as volunteer only, or not volunteer only, but volunteer positions. And they were like young people, they were like high schoolers, and there were a handful of like older people that were there, but like I don't know, it's weird. I spent most of my time there signing myself up for and checking on my loan repayment because I did, as most Americans, I took out loans to go to college. Now I'm just nervous about going to meet this girl. I'm kind of nervous because I feel like there's a lot of like judgment surrounding trying to use an app to like meet new people. But also, I don't know, I think that whenever you're in a position to do it, doing it is not going to be the wrong thing to do, if that makes sense. So like if I were going into work regularly and I were making regular excuses to leave the house, like I was going out to like bars and stuff, then maybe that would be cool. But I also think, and like maybe I could make friends there. But the way that I think about it is like, I don't think that I would really want to make friends in those environments because I don't want to regularly do those kinds of things. They're not the kinds of things that I like to do. I like to go out to the library and spend my time reading books. I like playing video games with my boyfriend and watching movies. I like doing things that typically you would have to go out of your way to make friends in those kinds of situations. And I think that the internet is a really good resource for that. Like, online communities are amazing. And I think that being able to go on an app and say, these are the things that I like to do. If you like to do those things too, let's make plans to go and hang out it's awesome. I think it's a great thing that bad people abuse sometimes. And I say all of that to say that, like, I had someone recently make kind of a weird snide comment after I kind of like trusted them to tell them that like this was something that I was looking into doing, and now I'm a little self-conscious about it, I'm not gonna lie. But at the same time, I don't think that anyone should really feel ashamed for using their resources to do something that they would really want to do. And I also think that using an app like that, people aren't using the app because they don't want to make friends. They want to meet people. Well, the reasons why they want to meet people can be different, but they do want to meet people. And like, I don't know. I feel like I sound very optimistic and preachy, but I feel like I should be optimistic about it, because if I'm not looking forward to the thing that I'm doing, then like, why am I doing it? So I had to get off my high horse for a second, sorry. But I don't know. I know that some people watch my videos, and if anybody comes across this video and is unsure of whether this is something that they should do or is feeling nervous about doing something new, I'm right there with you. I'm nervous about doing something new, but I also think that trying something new is how you get new experiences. And the new experience that I want is making genuine friendships. I want friends that treat me right. And I haven't had very good luck with that in the past. In college, that was kind of hard. So now I'm trying to branch out and try to do something new. So anyway, without further ado, I told her I was going to meet her at 2 at this brunch place. So I'm going to drive there. It's like 10 minutes away. So let's go. Welcome back. It's a new day because I went out last night, so it's crazy. But we went to Shake Shack. I got one of the Dubai chocolate shakes. I didn't think they were gonna have it, I'm gonna be honest. Because are we in Allen or Frisco?
Frisco.
I think we're in Frisco. Anyway, I'm excited. I'm excited to try this. We also got food. It is like, it's like 2 o'clock. We're both very hungry. Burger and spicy cheese fries with ranch. Yes, I want to try them. They're covered in like a spice. I don't know what the hell this is. Blink. That's pretty good. It's alright.
It's spicy.
Very spicy.
Oh wow.
I want more of them.
After Shake Shack, I'm gonna go get a Hydroscape sticker for my water bottle.
Do you want to take a sip of this?
Sure, I'm gonna take a bite of this first.
He got a. What did you get? It's the shake. No, it's the meat one.
Smoke Shack.
Yeah, you got the Smoke Shack, and I got the regular burger, but with 2 patties. Not you, regular burger.
I want to bite it. Kind of a small. You want to clean? Not a real strong flavor. If I'm being honest, all I can really taste is bacon.
That's fair. No. They just taste like pistachios. And I wasn't expecting to like the pistachio and chocolate combination, I'm gonna be honest. It's really good. It's really good. Pistachio is not that strong of a flavor. It's kind of like if you imagine what a cashew tastes like and you minimize it a little bit. So it's just like a little bit nutty. I like it. I'm probably gonna eat the little chocolate pieces out of it afterwards. I know that you're supposed to like use it as a spoon. I've heard they're not strong enough to do that, and I'm looking at this, they're definitely not thick enough for me to like use it as a spoon to scoop it out. So I'm just gonna drink it and then eat the little pieces at the end. You want a sip? I want you to try it. I think you're gonna like it.
Oh, it is really good. Did you know that cashews come from fruit?
I did not know that. But no, we ended up getting back in the car because we wanted to yap and complain. I ended up not filming anymore after we went to, after I ended up coming back home from my little friend date, which went super well. And I think I have a clip of me saying that it went super well. And like, I can go a little bit more into detail about that. But very shortly after we got back home, my roommate wanted us to go out with her to a bar. It's with her and one of her friends that just moved here from school. And we thought that it was going to be fun, so we ended up going out. And it was fun, but it was also just a little bit weird because she invited her new boyfriend, and we don't know him very well. The experience was very interesting. The bar was also like an adult bar, like it wasn't, because we're very used to like college bars, and we both still look like college students. So the bar was full of people who were like old enough that they were like weird, like they were like, who are these children in the bar? So we're gonna have to go to a different place. We're having lunch, late lunch. It's 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Do you want any more of these? Dipping them in the ranch helps. And ordering this, we had to use the kiosk inside. Well, we didn't have to use the kiosk. We ended up using the kiosk because nobody was behind the counter. I hated that. They asked me for a tip. I don't know. It was weird. I also didn't get nearly as much reading done yesterday as I wanted to. So I'm trying to read a little bit more today. I have my book with me, and I read a little bit while we were inside. So the first chapter was very strange, all things considered. Like, at the end of the last book, Freya like ran into her twin brother, because he was like in prison or whatever. And since he showed back up in their town, and he was like, the person who accused me of breaking the bridge between worlds was actually the person who did it all along, which was Killian, the guy that she's engaged to. And so he's like, you need to help me kill him. It's fun. It's an enjoyable ride. But Lord, is it dramatic. Yummy. But for the rest of the day, what are our plans for the rest of the day? We're gonna go
REI.
We're gonna go to REI.
Go grocery shopping.
And then we're gonna go grocery shopping.
Maybe go play Minecraft.
We might play Minecraft later with one of my friends, but that depends on, because I'm a little bit hungover last night, right now, like currently. So that fully depends on how I'm feeling later tonight. Which I took an ibuprofen before we left the house, so I am feeling a little bit better.
Literary tarot.
Okay.
Nice.
UFO tarot.
Oh my gosh, they're the old ones too.
That's so cool.
What are your options?
So my options are, we have Problematic Summer Romance, which I'm not super tied to, because I think that I could check that one out of the library if I want to read it. Because I don't own any Allie Hazelwood books. There's An Education in Malice. Yeah. That I really want to read just for the experience of reading it. I'm not sure if it's actually going to be good. I've heard that it's actually not that good. And then there's Theory of Dreaming,
Which you are gonna get.
which I think I am going to get. So I think that my decision has been made. Actually, I'm not going to get the other two. I'm going to get that one. But now it feels weird because I don't have the version that has the sprayed edges of the first book.
You just have to get it.
Well, if I can, they probably don't have it at Barnes and Noble. Not that I want to go to Barnes and Noble.
Yeah.
Barnes and Noble is scary. Made it back to the house not that long ago. I changed into a hoodie, or not a hoodie, a sweatshirt, so I can be the Great Pumpkin. But after we went to the bookstore, we went to the grocery store because we had like some errands to run. So I and Jonathan, we are both exhausted right now, like so tired. I think it might just be a product of us staying up so late last night, and then like we haven't done that in almost a year. So yeah, I'm tired as hell right now. But I didn't want this vlog to end without me showing you guys what I got, because we went to the bookstore and I wasn't expecting to go to the bookstore because we went to REI, and Jonathan told me that he would buy me something whenever we were in there, but then he realized that his gift card was already expired, so he couldn't buy anything. And so he was like, well, I already told you I was going to buy you something, but since, you know, you didn't really see anything in here that you wanted, let's go to like one of the other stores in this strip mall. So it was an Ulta, and there was a Half Price Books, and I chose to go to the Half Price Books. Show you the kind of girl I am. But I went in there and I saw so many books that I wanted. The number one book that I saw that I was like, I need to leave with her. The Theory of Dreaming! It came out a few days ago, actually. I thought that it wasn't going to come out until August. It came out July 29th. Just for reference, today is like August 4th. So I copped her. I'm so excited. She's beautiful also. This like the metallic words and the inside, like the sprayed edges, which I'm not the biggest fan of sprayed edges, I'm gonna be honest. It's not like something that I have to have, but because this was the edition that they had, so I was like, if I'm already gonna get the book, I might as well get a pretty edition, right? And also, and this is something that Jonathan realized, because he picked up the book and he was like, this feels funny. And I was like, what do you mean it feels funny? Look at how pretty it is! I am so... Oh, look at the... Oh my gosh. I am the world's happiest camper right now. Like, you have no idea. You have no idea. Like... And it sucks because I've seen a handful of reviews of this book so far that are like not the most optimistic, but also a lot of people didn't like the first book for reasons that I actually really loved the first book. I loved that like Effie was just so ignorant about the war and what was happening, and it took Preston being like, hey bitch, what are you talking about, for her to like have to realize that. And like I love their romance. I loved the ambiance. I love how the plot unfolded. I love how you really couldn't really tell what was real and what wasn't. So I'm really excited to read this book. I've heard that it's a lot more Preston focused, which is only a plus for me. Hey girl, that's all I really want. If I could have left the store with just this book and been so happy, right? But that's besides the point. Love her. Love her. The next book that I bought, that I paid for with my money, is... Oh, wait, no. I actually didn't buy that book. Jonathan bought that book for me because he loved me so much. So thank you so much, baby. And I got this for Jonathan. Let me actually peel this sticker off the front. He, also, for reference, he really likes the Eragon series by Christopher Paolini. He read all of those books whenever I first started, like vlogging me reading and like that kind of thing. So whenever I was getting back into reading, so was he. And, he hasn't read a book in a minute because I haven't read a book in a minute. And we used to like spend our evenings like laying in bed, reading books like next to each other and like listening to rain sounds. It was very relaxing, very nice. And I would like to do that more now that we're somewhere new. So, I got him the last book in that series. This is Murtagh. I believe it's about a different character that isn't really in the book. I'm not really sure. I'm not 1,000% sure. But this is the book that I got him. I'm so happy. It's huge. Massive. But it's one that he really wanted. So, happy to have her. She'll look very beautiful on our shelf once we get a bookshelf. And the last book, I'm going to beg and plead that I do not receive any judgment for this because I do not like J.K. Rowling. She's a TERF and she's terrible. But I really, like, reading Harry Potter was what got me into reading as a child, right? And, like, I can't discount those books and what they did for me at that time. I will not be giving J.K. Rowling any more of my money as an adult in any way, shape, or form until she's, like, dead and gone. I'm not doing that. But because I was at Half Price Books and this was a used book that someone had given them and not like a new release, I gave myself the pass. Also because there was, whenever I first got into reading Harry Potter, I had a box set, and I'm sure I can find a picture of it somewhere, but I had a box set that the spines of the books made the like an image, like a painting rendering of Hogwarts Castle, and it was a beautiful book set. Like those were the editions that I read those books for the first time. Right, like I checked out the first one from my like school library, and I read it, and I was like, this is awesome. And then whenever I returned it, I waited a year, and then I got the box set for like Christmas or something, and then I read that whole set. And at some point, because this was like middle school, I lost the first book. I think that I brought it with me to school, or someone asked to borrow it because my editions were really cool, and I never got it back. I was like in middle school. I don't know. I genuinely have no idea what happened to it. I didn't realize that I didn't have it until I was in high school, and I was like, I think I want to reread those Harry Potter books, and the first book was just gone, and I was heartbroken. I did not know where it could have possibly gone. And I was sad because it was like a special edition, like the spines made like a picture. So I was like, I'm never gonna be able to find another one of these books. I found the first book at Half Price Books, and it is the one that's like the spine makes like the part of that picture. So that was my excuse for reading this book. Please do not tear me to shreds about this purchase. None of the proceeds of this purchase went to J.K. Rowling because this is a secondhand book, charge a secondhand price, right? But I finally get to have my full collection, and I'm going to ask my mom whenever I get back home or whenever I get on the phone with her soon that if she could mail me those books so I can just put them on my shelf to have them displayed, because it was such a significant thing for me. Fuck J.K. Rowling, but these books changed my life. This is my haul for the day. Not all of these books are for me. Not all of these books are going to get reread. Like this Harry Potter book, I'm probably not going to read again. I might do a Harry Potter reread, just for like critical thinking sake, because I know that there's a lot of things in that series that went over a lot of people's heads, because like I said, I read it for the first time whenever I was in middle school. So like maybe we should have known that she was a TERF all along, right? But no, I have these books now, and I'm very excited. I am probably going to be doing a reading vlog of this book as well, because I am so stoked. I'm so happy to have this book in my possession. Like genuinely, like you have no idea. So yeah, that's my haul. For the rest of the night, I actually think that I'm gonna be going in the kitchen and eating leftover pasta, and then I've been watching, what is that show called? It's the Star Wars one, The Mandalorian. I've been watching The Mandalorian with Jonathan, so we're gonna be watching The Mandalorian tonight. I watched the entire first season with someone that I'm no longer friends with, so I'm trying to rewatch it with my boyfriend because I love him, and it's not changing anytime soon. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm very excited, and he's been enjoying it a lot, so that makes me very happy. But yeah, I'm probably gonna try and read more of Serpent's Kiss tonight. This was supposed to be a reading vlog, like a vlog of me reading this book and like making some progress, but like I have done barely any reading, and I feel very terrible about that. So I might read some more of this tonight just to make sure that I get that in. But life has been so hectic. Like whenever I say that like I've been meaning to catch up on reading and I just haven't been able to because I've moved and like life is just moving at a million miles a second, this is what I mean, where it's like I'm going out with the intention of like doing something that like I need to do, and I get sidetracked because I'm in a new space, and the things that I want to do that I'm like vlogging and like trying to demonstrate and like post and do things with doesn't end up happening. So I hope you could forgive me for that. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm very, very happy. I cannot believe that I got a special edition of A Theory of Dreaming. Like, you have no idea how excited I am about that.